American GI and a young Korean woman. He was born in Alsace, France, land of pork and cabbage. She was put up for adoption at 3 and then lovingly raised in Virginia by her new family. He was 16 when he began his apprenticeship. She found her birth mother when she was 19. He came to America and became one of the world's greatest chefs. They fell in love and married over a decade ago. Now, Jean-Georges and Marja return to her birthplace to chronicle the tastes and traditions of Korea. These are the Kimchi Chronicles.
There's an old expression that goes, "Give me a fish and I live for a day. Teach me to fish and I live for a lifetime." It's not surprising that Koreans have taken the expression to heart, as their peninsula is surrounded on 3 sides by plentiful fishing waters. Historically, coastal Koreans feasted on a wide array of fresh fish, while inland populations were sustained with dried fish of all sizes. Nowadays, Koreans still love their dried fish, but with the advent of refrigeration, fresh fish is to be had inland as well. The coastal city of Sokcho, in the northeastern corner of South Korea, just 38 miles from the North Korean border, is both a fishing port and a beach town. Daepo Port is considered small in comparison to some of the other commercial ports, but early in the morning it's wall-to-wall fish. Boats arrive one after another, with their catch still very much alive and kicking. The prospective buyers come right on board. They wear curiously numbered baseball caps during the lightning-fast auctions that take place right then and there. Then it's all about moving the fish from one holding pen to another as quickly as possible. Runners literally sprint from the boats to the tanks of wholesalers and restaurants. By midday, the port turns into a relaxed hangout. What happens when a commercial port meets the beach crowd? Just about everybody dines al fresco, whether they're nibbling on street food or opting for a full-on seafood dinner. You can get stuffed on North Korean-style squid, which itself gets stuffed, steamed, sliced, and pan-fried until crisp. If you prefer your squid dry, which happens to be a great beer snack, Sokcho is known for it. And there's some of the best fried shrimp I've ever had. Not greasy, remarkably crunchy, and perfectly cooked on the inside.
So crispy.
It's hard to eat better. That's what I thought until my Korean food guru Diana Kang brought me to Pyeolmikwi restaurant, which literally translates to delicacy grilling. Like most Korean restaurants, it's a family business. 35 years ago, North Korean-born Hae Young-cho opened the restaurant that her son, Kang Young-lee, and his wife, Jung-hee Kim, now run. Our meal turned out to be a shellfish extravaganza. Clams, scallops, shrimp, and more. All of which we grilled on our table while the kitchen simmered slices of a humongous rudder clam.
Whoa, that's a big...
배죠. 키, 잠기는 키와 하고.
On a boat, it's called the rudder.
It looks like the rudder. Yeah.
Because this takes a long time to cook, so they're going to cook it in the kitchen and then bring it out for us.
참조개, 돌조개.
2 different kinds of clams.
Right.
This one, they call it kaljuge, literally
Knife
means
clam?
knife clam. But
Oh.
the color of these clams have pink, so
Yeah.
they're called the red clams, right?
Red clams.
As you can see, these are the scallops.
So we get to cook our own with a little assistance?
Yes.
You can't get
Wow.
any fresher than this,
No,
really.
it's like
Oh my
fresh
gosh.
scallops. You can actually even eat it raw, and it's ready to eat
Okay.
anytime.
Oh, hi. We're gonna eat you.
The first water that comes out
Yeah.
is seawater, so it's a little bit salty, so you have to drain that. And then the second part is the scallop sauce or the clam sauce.
Right.
So that's why
Looks
it's
delicious.
tastier at that time.
But here the scallops are really sweet when they're cooked this way.
아로마.
Got a good
I'm really
chew.
looking forward to trying this because it looks very chewy.
Really good.
It's chewy and it tastes somewhat like abalone, a little bit.
Oh. From the seafood market.
맛있어요.
Yeah, 너무 맛있어요.
Thank
네,
you.
예.
Oh,
너무
thank
맛있어요.
Thank you for coming here.
Yeah, everything is so delicious.
Yeah, it's
Thank you
really,
so
really.
Did you marry him for his looks or his seafood? Tell me the truth.
Both them.
Oh, both. All right. Good. All right, so when do you know this is done?
It's done now
Oh, yeah?
because the noodles are clear and the
Oh,
clams
ow.
are cooked.
Lord have mercy. Mmm, really, really tender. It's between a clam and calamari, actually, but not really chewy. So how long does it take for the shrimp to cook?
A few minutes. Do you want to try one shrimp?
Sure. Ooh. Mmm. Oh my God.
Wow,
Even the little ones.
look at the.
It's like a 3-course meal.
Wow, look at this, and they already steamed it and cut it.
Very, very delicious.
I know.
Very delicious.
It's good to see a man that likes his own product.
You take the top.
Oh, no, no, no.
See, he's got to eat more. We'll figure it
칼질을
out.
해놨잖아요. 오케이.
Yeah.
이게 먼저
back.
먹고
Oh, wow,
이거 다
you
You eat this part, the
Okay.
first part.
Ooh.
Wow.
Hi, 언니.
This is my favorite thing.
이거는 이제 홍게예요.
Hongye,
Yeah.
red crabs. This is caught here in Korea.
Okay.
And although it's not as fleshy as the Alaskan king crabs,
Right.
the flesh is very tender and sweeter.
이렇게 썰어버리고 이 시간 조절만 잘하면 돼요.
He said the trick is in how long you cook it. Because if you cook it too long, then it becomes too dry. If you don't cook it long enough, so it's almost like cooking rice. You have to
Okay.
time it perfectly.
And the shell's really thin.
Right.
안녕하세요.
Yeah,
She's my mother-in-law.
안녕하세요. 반갑습니다.
네, 아유, 안녕하세요.
어머니가 노스 코리아거든요.
네.
그래서 이
고향이
자리
어디?
그러니까 이 장전.
이북. 네. She's originally from North Korea, and when she got married, she came to this part of the city. Her family still lives north side of the Korea,
Right.
and she has not been able to see them.
Thank you.
A familiar tale. For most families with North Korean roots, it's an ongoing and poignant battle of close proximity to loved ones with little to no chance of reuniting.
It's always about generations.
Yes, and it's second generation and third generation that they're continuing the tradition.
Absolutely.
That's a nice breakfast, huh?
Yeah.
It's nasi on the bone.
In Korea, like just about everywhere, the best quality fish always goes to the highest bidder. And you can find them at Noryangjin, Seoul's remarkable fish market. Considered one of the world's top fish markets, it's an impressive 700,000 square feet worth of live swimming seafood. The wholesale auction begins at 1 in the morning, just when I'm heading home after a night out in Seoul. Who in their right mind gets up that early to hang out with fish? My husband, of course, and his never-say-no buddy Magnus.
It's a live market, huh? Live.
At 3 a.m., the stalls begin selling directly to buyers, including small fish markets, restaurants, the public, and even tourists. Noryangjin is in fact one of Seoul's most visited tourist destinations, sort of like a giant aquarium showing off the wide underworld of the sea. Except here, the fish get sold and eaten.
Now what is that?
The shape is very interesting. They're a little bit like a sea cucumber, but you eat it raw.
Raw.
Yes.
That's something you would eat, no?
Yeah, right.
Small octopus.
Pick one up so I'll take a picture of it.
So they play dead and then they start moving again.
It's like a punch.
Steam those? Or
Yeah, steam.
Getting some sashimi over here. It's filet. Look, it's still alive. Still moving.
Wow, look at that.
Very cool.
So fresh, huh?
My husband always gets excited in food markets, like me when shoes are on sale. And it was a large, flat fish whose name translates to bastard flounder that caught his attention. JG was ready to do some buying.
It's about $30 per kilo.
We buy it.
Here at Noryangjin, when you buy a fish to eat raw, not only do they clean, fillet, and portion it for you, but they also wrap up all the bones and trimmings.
네. 와, 이것도 좀 보여주세요. 알 좀.
I say we picked a good one.
My goodness, look at that. Ooh.
That's a nice breakfast, no?
Yeah.
미국
I love the way they go
Yeah.
around the fins to fillet. It's a good technique, huh?
Yeah, it is.
It's nasi on the bone. The white part of the skin, On the dark parts, it tastes different. So they do different things with different parts of the fish, huh?
They actually serve the flesh raw, and then the head and the bones
For
and
soup.
the roe and everything, they're going to cut it up and put it into a soup.
What about the fin?
The fin is we like to have it as raw fish.
Sashimi as well.
Because that's actually the more chewy part, and it has a little more fat content than the regular flesh part.
So you guys in the dongle, straight down, huh?
That's the way the Korean, we like to have our fish to be very chewy.
But only cut it this way.
So yeah, you cut it that way to create
You don't like
more.
the tenderness.
We like
It's a
our
chewy
fish to be
meat.
very
Yeah.
chewy.
Should we try one of the crab too or no?
We should get Korean crab.
Corn crab?
The big ones are good.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah.
Okay.
이
Cool.
좀 해봐주세요. 네 마리.
It looks like a barnacle, no?
Yes.
Look at that.
Ooh,
I never saw it before.
we like to eat this
Raw?
raw when it's live.
Let's get a couple.
Thank
We
you.
got sashimi, fish soup.
So while we go to the restaurant and we are eating sashimi, they'll cook
The soup with
the soup for us.
They're gonna make it spicy?
Yeah, it's very spicy.
Ooh, I like it.
Up in the kitchen of the Emperor Raw Fish restaurant, the head and scraps from the flounder were transformed into a rich, spicy seafood soup, sort of like a bouillabaisse, made with gochujang, the ubiquitous red pepper paste that is so distinctly Korean. While the soup was cooking, J.G. Magnus and Diana started off with the just sliced flounder made into sam, lettuce leaf wraps that are eaten like tacos.
And then eat it.
Then came a plate straight out of Fear Factor, slices of raw, unadorned sea squirt,
Oh, that's very tender.
followed by baby squid, small enough to serve guts and all.
It's just been steamed.
Wow, it's delicious.
Oh, tender.
Next, the fortifying fish soup, breakfast of champions.
We call it soup guts.
Delicious.
And lastly, a plate of steamed crabs.
Here comes the crab.
In Korean families, tradition has it that only the male child was served the prized crab roe, which gets mixed with rice and then put back into the shell.
Beautiful.
The best thing about coming to the fish market at 5 o'clock in the morning is to have this wonderful breakfast, then you can go back to sleep.
I'm ready. After this. Wow.
You had some fun with Diana in the fish market in Korea, but that trip was way too early in the morning for me.
It was sensational. I mean, really, everything's moving. We bought some live squid.
Right.
Korean people, they don't buy any fish if it's not moving
That's
alive.
true.
They're
That's
going home
true.
with everything all the bags are shaking.
That's why I'm going to leave the whole fish to you, and I'll deal with the fillet.
All right.
So I'm going to make a batter that I will use both for fish and for onion rings. Do you think you could make me a little
Yeah, I was
tartar
thinking
sauce or something?
I have a little mayonnaise here. I'm gonna do a kimchi tartar sauce.
Very innovative.
Yeah.
I love it. So I'm doing all my dry ingredients. I have a cup of regular flour, half a cup of rice flour.
Why are you using both flour?
After I've tried numerous recipes, I just found adding a little rice flour gives it a little extra crispiness.
Yes, yeah.
2 teaspoons of salt, sesame seeds, red pepper powder. Just like to give my batter a little kick. Fish sauce.
Fish sauce?
And then we add some egg. Could you mix that up for me?
Yeah, sure.
And then I'm doing a beer batter, so I'm going to use my favorite beer. Go ahead, do you want to throw that in there? Perfecto. I'll add that.
The beer really makes it alive.
Yeah, it does, and it does something with the batter. It just gives it extra depth, I think. Mix that up until you don't have too many lumps.
Can I try this? Nice.
I'm going to start
Oh,
by
you do some,
submerging these.
Onion rings first.
Yep. Onion rings, I think. Who doesn't like onion rings?
Beautiful.
I love this recipe. The beer's the best part. We're just going to crisp that up.
This
Nice and brown. These onion rings take about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes on each side.
Oh wow. So this.
Yeah. And don't steal my recipe now.
And you serve this with the fish or you separately from the
Yeah, it's like fish and chips, but just fish and onion rings.
I'm gonna work on the tartar sauce. I put some chopped kimchi in the mayonnaise, chopped scallion,
Nice.
spice it up with kimchi juice.
Kimchi juice.
Allez, the whole thing.
Now that's just regular mayonnaise from the jar?
Baby, no jar. Homemade mayonnaise is always better. Look at this color.
Of course.
Kimchi tartar.
That's pretty good. Okay, babe, can you grab the fish? I think I'm gonna go ahead and start that one.
You snapper. Nice.
Yeah. So good at that. Good, we got a nice sizzle.
Beautiful. Nice.
Babe, how long does fish usually take?
I would say this one is ready. Fish and chips, Korean style. I love it.
And I'm gonna put in another batch, and then what are you gonna do?
Marinated sea bass, black sea bass.
Okay.
So I have my sea bass. I'm gonna do a little slashing
Why are you slicing that fish?
for the marinade. I'm gonna put some tenjang. That's pretty strong, no? The
Tenjang's a little bit stronger and coarser than miso, which is the Japanese version of soybean paste. So
I
technically,
like it better. There's more texture to it.
texture.
Then, of course, makgeolli. Little soy. Sesame oil.
Great.
I'm gonna add some chopped shallots. I'm gonna chop some ginger. I'm just gonna pour that marinade on top of the fish.
That looks really good.
Toss it around. Let it absorb all this great flavor. I would say 20 minutes. And I'm gonna fire up that grill and grill it.
Okay. I can't wait to try it.
Well, this is some nice fire here. It's gonna take about 20 minutes, 10 minutes on each side, 5 minutes resting time.
Hey, babe.
Hey, baby.
That looks good.
I really like that soybean paste. Well, I think the marinade with the shallot, ginger.
Yeah, it's a really good sauce. Oh, is it ready yet? No.
Not yet,
Are you
but
doing the flip? Smells great.
it's almost ready. I just want to show you it's hot inside.
Is this fish gonna take?
Just check it out.
Oh, that's how you check the internal temperature.
Only if it's warm at the bone,
Yeah.
we're good.
One for you, one for me. His and hers
There we go.
fish.
That's good. That's
Ooh,
almost
I
there.
see a cheek.
Wow. That sauce. There we go.
Beautiful. That's gorgeous. My stuff's ready inside.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
There we are,
Okay,
baby.
babe. So I'm coming out to you.
Fantastic. That looks
Oh, you have chopsticks,
so
too.
Beautiful.
We have your kimchi relish.
Wow.
It's really hot.
Crispy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This is a fish Chloe would love.
Delicious.
Wait till you try the onion rings.
Wow. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna steal that rice flour and beer butter from you.
Okay. All right, so this is the best part, right? The cheek?
Yep. I like the paste, huh? Really, that's soybean paste is.
It does it in that makgeolli. Really good flavor.
Busan is Korea's second largest city. It's located on the southeast corner of the peninsula and is the world's fifth biggest port. Cutting-edge commercial shipping operations share the same clean waters that have made Busan's Jeoggalchi fish market famous, particularly for its raw and grilled fish. Diane and I met my friend, the sexy actress Heather Graham, at Jeoggalchi, where you can dine in restaurants scattered throughout the market. At Gumjeongo restaurant, abiding by the Korean devotion to freshness, fish are slaughtered only when ordered and grilled directly at the table.
So ladies, this Jeoggalchi market, we're here at a very old and famous grilled fish restaurant. 안녕하세요.
봄이가 제일 싱싱하고
They have really
맛있어요.
fresh snapper. So should we order snapper
Absolutely.
for grilling? 하나 잘 부탁드립니다.
감사합니다. 맛있게 드세요. 잘해주세요.
She actually
can't wait.
said that tomi is also good for your skin to preserve.
We'll have
the-
two.
You'll have two. This restaurant is very famous in this area for grilling the whole fish.
My husband always says that it's best to grill any meat on the bone. Yeah, it just does something with the meat. There's more flavor. It's good.
And actually, we like to grill as a whole fish rather than cut it up because we think that bone is really the source of nutrients.
Right.
It's
That makes sense.
more tasty as well.
I want to eat this thing.
Here's the boiled beans and
Try.
sweet potato. Just
But this bean sprout soup looks like really amazing.
Oh, yeah.
What's the base of the stock?
dried anchovy and a
Wow.
little bit of sea salt.
And also some kelp. As innocent as it looks, it is like a cure-all for a hangover.
몸이 주문한 거 왔습니다.
Oh, wow.
So this is the red snapper, and they'll grill it. You know,
Beautiful.
I like the chunky salt. That's cool.
yes, looks really fresh.
But fresh is always better.
Actually, with any kind of fish, to tell that it's fresh, is you can tell the eyes very clear, and when you look at the gill, it should be really nice and red and pink.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you touch the flesh, it should be nice and firm.
This is a gorgeous fish.
Do you usually prefer the tail part or the head part or the body part?
Oh, I love the tail.
You like the tail?
Yeah,
Fish connoisseurs always would say the head is the best part
because
of
of
the
the
fish.
cheek and everything.
Yes, the meats attached to the bones taste much better.
I never thought of it
Wow.
like that, but that's interesting.
And that's why they have fish head soup. Like, yeah.
with bare hands.
Ooh.
All right, ladies, you know what that means. When they start flipping the fish, that's when we have to start drinking.
Yes,
Yay.
and you know Korean soju is always the best drink.
The preferred drink. Yay, you remember?
You always have to hold it with
Oh,
two
yes,
hands,
Two
right?
hands. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
And then,
잠시만요, 언니.
okay, and then you would pour for me.
And if you
So-
pour for yourself, it's very bad, right?
You're a lonely soul. To our health and more food
food.
discoveries. Yeah.
Someday.
Someday.
The snapper cooked for about another 5 minutes on the second side. Meanwhile, we felt our soju kicking in.
Okay, so how do we eat the fish?
You take a little piece of fish, dip it in the soy sauce, or
Okay.
try it without it first.
That is so good. And this sauce, this is samjang. You just dip these
That's
raw
really good.
vegetables in there.
Right.
That's good, huh?
Since
right?
you two would prefer the tail and the body, I think I can
Yes.
go for the cheek. This has a lot of meat here too.
Oh, I see.
It's really a little more tastier than
I
the
think
body
that's
part.
tasty, too.
The whole thing's tasty.
So I want to try to make this stuff.
This is super easy to do. The only thing is, it's really hard to get fish this fresh.
You never turn the fish over.
No?
Why?
Oh, you just dig. Oh, I see.
So what
Take
you
the
do is
bones
you
off?
take.
Okay, I'm a professional at this
yes.
one.
Please.
You are?
Well, my
And
mom
then you
used
would
to.
eat the bottom part.
Yeah.
Because they always say that when you flip the fish over,
It falls apart?
not only does it fall apart, but it's just sort of bad luck.
It's a technique in terms of eating the
Right,
fish and not
right,
wasting a bunch of
right,
meat
right.
that's stuck on the grill. But you know what? There's nothing like cooking over an open fire. Ooh, the skin's good.
Actually, now it tastes much better
Oh, it
because
does?
the skin is really nice
Try the
and
skin.
crispy.
Okay, I'll try it again.
Thank you, Diana.
Thank you.
That's another A plus.
You're the authority.
감사합니다. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
영광이에요.
She
저희가
says,
찾아주셔서.
she says it's an honor that you came to visit her store. So anyway,
That's sweet.
so
A final shot of soju was in order. The freshest fish, simply prepared, eaten right in the market. There's truly no better recipe for eating well. One final thought.
This is fried shrimp with batter.
When I fall for something, I fall hard. Back in Sokcho, even though we were supposed to be done shooting for the day, I had to get more of those addictive fried shrimp, along with some ice-cold beer. Ooh, it's the way I like to end a long day.
June thought I bought too much, but I think I bought just enough.
네.